up? This is Colonial Puppet, and this is part 3 of my Let's Build a Airport series, or an airport series. I noticed that I say a instead of an a lot when I should be saying an. But what's this? I put carpet in, hooray! Because I didn't want you already had to sit through me digging a giant hole last episode, and I thought I wouldn't do that again, so I just kind of filled this in. So if you're like following along, building this yourself, that's what I did. That giant hill I dug in part 2, I just filled it with this here green wool. And looking back, I probably should have done like carpet or something, but either way it works. If you want to do carpet, the only problem is you'll have to fill in this grass or dirt with like a block that doesn't look like dirt. Um, but yeah, and I'm going to explain this one last time. I know I said let's build an airport. This looks nothing like an airport. This is actually a hotel, because a lot of airports have hotels. Like I said, I'm going to say this one last time. I'm breaking this up into mini Let's Build series, or serieses. I don't know. I'm tired. Give me a break. So there's going to be let's build an airport hotel. Let's build a terminal. Let's build a control tower. Let's build a landing strip. Let's build a takeoff strip. Let's build a hangar or hangars. I'll probably just build one hangar for that. But yep, on the hotel, once that's done, I don't know what I'll move next to. I'll tell you what I'll do next after this, or after I'm done this hotel. But anyway, let's do some interior work, because I'm not going to put the ceiling in just yet. First, I'm going to put in bathrooms, a check-in place, all that awesome stuff. But yeah, this is where people will be walking in, so I'm going to start building walls. Not sure what color I should make the walls. I guess I'll use wool. I used light blue last time. Red. Red's a good color that goes with green, but I think it's a bit too strong, so I'm going to do... This is tough. I guess I'll just do clay. When in doubt, clay, because clay is such like a... Can't really go wrong with clay. It's like the... I don't know, it's like the... I'm not going to come up with anything. It's a good color to use. Let's just leave it at that. It's a safe color to use, I guess. It's not good for if you want to do something super crazy, but if you just need a color that'll look good in most situations, use clay. It's pretty mute. It's pretty uninteresting, but it gets the job done nonetheless. So yeah, people are gonna walk in here. And like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. Just kind of going along, going with my gut, and I think I'm getting a cold or something. My nose is getting kind of stuffy. Sorry if I sound stuffy and annoying. I can't help it. My body's, I guess, telling me that I'm sick, that I need to go to sleep at some point. This is probably going to be the last episode I record tonight. For those of you who don't know and didn't watch the skyscraper Let's Build, where I probably went over this 10 times, I record at least 4 of these a night. 3 or 4. This is the third one, obviously, so I'm probably going to go to bed after this. Then I'll record some more the next day and release these in increments. I don't want to release them all at the same time. I don't know, I just flew over there. But yeah, I'm trying to think of how these places work. And I hope this ends up looking alright. That was a stupid move. But yeah. I'm not really going off of a lot of... I usually don't go off of that much, like, inspiration. I did look at some pictures of hotels, but that was mostly exterior. I've been in hotels before, though, so I kind of understand the gist of it. I don't want this to be here, because that's going to show through the next floor. That's going to show that would show through the floor above that. Or above this, that is. But yeah, people walk in. Usually there's like a check-in desk like here. So I guess I'll just have it kind of jutting off of this wall. And have it go through, I guess, like the center. Is this the center? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, this is the center. Might as well just break that up right now. So, slowly. There. This would be the checkout desk, I guess. A lot of my checkout desks are the same. I'll try and switch things up at some point. But right now, it's just going to be, like I said, these places usually aren't that fancy. So I guess I'm not going to try and change that. But here's the checkout desk. Pretty cool. Put a wall here. Because no one needs to go there. Or should I use... I guess I should use clay to fill that in. Clay is usually... Because I wanted to match this little bar right here. Yeah, this episode's gonna require me to think a lot. So I'm not gonna be really talking about random stuff. So sorry if I like kind of go quiet and just kind of like in the zone, like trying to come up with shit, which may very well happen. I can't wait until they get glass panes in this like dyed or stained glass or whatever it's called. I've been using that a lot in the PC version. Probably my favorite addition to the game, and it's a shame that it isn't in this one yet, or this version, that is. 4J needs to get their shitty pickles together. Come out with an update that has those. Or any form of colored glass. Because my assumption is that, I'm not sure, I've done some renders, and I'll be yawning like crazy, my god. I've done some renders with light coming from the stained glass, and my hope was that it would change the color of the light, which I don't think is the case when you render it. I tried. Like the spire of the one building I built in my latest time-lapse video, I made the spire red, white, and blue glass with glowstone backing it, hoping that it would make a red, white, and blue light. Because America, I'm not even, how these animals get up here? Actually, I'm just going to leave you there. You're not hurting anybody. Put some grass. And sorry if, like, I can only imagine how frustrating this must be to watch. Like, this is probably not a good time to be recording this. I'm tired and sick. And just rambling on and not really building. And I'm yawning all the time on top of that. My god. I'm just gonna go to bed after this one. I want to make good Let's Build videos, so I'm probably just gonna hit the hay after this and start again in the morning when I'm feeling up to it. But this looks pretty good. This can be a little reading area, I guess, or library. I don't know. When in doubt, library. People need to read books. These books are good. Kurt Vonnegut's good. Reading is just fun. Speaking of books, I watched The Hunger Games. It's not a book, but it's based off a book called The Hunger Games. Same title and everything. You guys know that. Wow, I'm not even rambling at this point. I'm just sounding like a complete idiot. But yeah, I saw Catching Fire, or whatever it's called. Not a big fan. I feel like those movies, they feel like a TV show almost. the Hunger Games movies. Like I feel like I'm watching a really long like a special to like a TV show, like The Walking Dead or something. And I don't know, I just don't like the movies. They're just not very good. And I don't know if I haven't read the books. I don't know if the books are any good, but if the movies are any inclination onto how the books are, then the books aren't looking too good, I guess. And I know the first movie, I didn't like the first movie either. Uh, it relied too much on the book, like, which in my opinion's a failed movie. Like it relied on the audience already reading the book and knowing, uh, like filling in the gaps that the movie left, which is a failed movie. Like the Harry Potter uh, movies were good, and the Lord of the Rings books were good, or movies were good, because they were actual movies that that were coherent, and you didn't have to read the books to understand the movies. But there are some parts in the Hunger Games that didn't make any sense to people who didn't read the book, and were just kind of like awkward, weird scenes that were never explained. Like my friend told me, like, in the first movie, like, the whole, like, PETA or whatever the fuck his name is, like, throwing bread to, like, dogs or whatever while, like, what's-her-face was starving in the street. Like, the way the film portrayed that scene was so just kind of choppy and weird that, like, I had no idea what was going on. And a lot of things were just not explained well. Like, for instance, like, some of the districts were, like, these, like, macho, like, super trained. What the fuck are these animals doing? They're just, like, that was weird. They were just kind of, like, standing on. You guys saw it. I'm not gonna go into detail. Oh, shit. But anyway, yeah, like, these districts were super trained and, like, combat ready. And my friend told me, I think I'm paraphrasing. He was like, yeah, some of the districts are actually, like, their whole purpose is, like, to train for the Hunger Games. Wow, like, whatever district, I don't know what district Katniss is from, but they're, like, a mining district or whatever. They just mine. That's, like, their thing. But there's some districts that, like, just fight. They're, like, warriors or whatever. Or I think that's what it was. That was never really explained. And I don't like it how, like, everyone just seemed to be cruel, and that, like, the characters were unrealistic. Like, everyone was cruel. Like, even, like, no one was afraid that they were, like, about to fight to the death. Like, obviously there were some that were afraid, but, like, a lot of them were like, yeah, we're gonna kill everyone. And it's like, that's not how people are. I'd be like, and especially kids, like, it's like kids fighting to the death, and, like, not one of them seems to be in any way worried. Like, the alliance or whatever of those kids are like, yeah, let's go kill people. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like the book didn't have, like, an enemy to deal with, so they kind of constructed an unrealistic enemy out of the kids, if that makes any sense. Like, the movie needed an antagonist, and obviously the antagonists are the people who, like, set up the Hunger Games, like the 1%, like, capital city or whatever that hosts this and forces everyone to do it. But, like, you can't really deal with them, so instead, or at least you can't deal with them in the first, I'm trying to find the fucking grass. I'm really fucking tired. Holy shit. There they are. You can't really deal with them in the first installment, so instead they made the kids the bad guys that Katniss had to deal with, which is unrealistic. Like, I understand they probably had to do that, but it's unrealistic because they're freaking kids, like, and, like, they're kind of forced into this situation, so they're not really bad people. but the movie made them out to be horrible people, just so you wouldn't like feel bad when they were offed or whatever. Like that one girl was like stung to death by bees or whatever, and everyone else died. Everyone but Katniss and Pita Bread or whatever his name is. Yep. Which is interesting. Another thing that pissed me off. Sorry, I'm talking about the Hunger Games. Like, I was just working on the Hunger Games arena for this city, and it got me thinking about the movie and how much I don't really like it. I like the whole Hunger Games Minecraft thing more than I like the movies. And I have a feeling I'd like it more than the books as well, because they don't sound too good. The whole dystopian thing's a bit overplayed in my opinion. Let's start seeing some optimistic future novels and movies. What's it called? The guy who did Inception, Christopher Nolan, Interstellar. That movie looks awesome. And it looks optimistic. Like, yeah, man's gonna go to different planets. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, look up the trailer to Interstellar. Because if you haven't seen that, I probably just sound like a rambling idiot. But yeah, what I got from the trailer is mankind has been going through some rough years. And I guess the whole movie is us kind of finding our spirit of like going higher and doing more, and rekindling, I guess, like our interest in space travel and like interstellar stuff. And I don't know, they're running out of food or whatever. Cause in the trailer, like all the crops are burning and whatnot, so I guess they're running out of food, and they have to find a new planet to live on. And that's where that one guy comes in. I forget the name of the actor. He was in Dallas Buyers Club. He's really good in that. And Wolf of Wall Street. Matthew McConaughey, I think. And he's going to be shot into space in this movie in hopes to find a planet that is suitable for humans to live on and destroy over a long amount of time. Like we have on our current planet. But that's another rant for another day. Or not really a rant. It's pretty self-explanatory. We could be doing better things to this planet instead of what we're doing right now. But I don't know. I haven't really been talking about what I've been doing. I've just kind of been putting stuff in, taking stuff away, trying to get this interior the way I want it. Overall, there's like a green kind of color. It's pretty much all green. Which you don't have to make anything really colorful. I mean, just look at the game, Mirror's Edge. And I just yawned again. The game's Mirror's Edge. Like, all the buildings have, like, it's either white, it's like white and then one color, like, is the color palette of, like, every building in that game. And it looks awesome. I was always a fan of that, like, style. If you haven't played the Mirror's Edge series, I definitely suggest doing that. The whole like art style or whatever. I think DICE made the game. DICE and EA. It looks like a DICE game at least. Their engine, I forget what it's called. Frostbite, that's right. I think it's made with the Frostbite. I could be wrong, but the Frostbite engine is gorgeous. And the style they went for with that game. If you look up Mirror's Edge, you'll know what I'm talking about. You've probably seen, if you're watching this, you've probably seen like Mirror's Edge and like the whole art style they took with it. But it's really cool, like the modern architecture with like very minimal color. Like it's pretty much all white with like occasional like one like super saturated color. And it's really cool. And I really like that. There's actually a building in my old city that I kind of based off. I called it like the Mirror's Edge Suites or whatever. And it was like all white with like some blue. And it was a hotel. The rooms were kind of modern looking. Fuck, I hate it when that happens. And I'm not gonna be covering this entire ceiling right now. I'm just kind of doing this to get a, I guess, get a feeling for, or get an idea of what this will look like once there's a roof over it. I'm not gonna cover all this episode. I'm going to just cover the part that I have furnished. Wind in my heart, something. Talking Heads is a good band. I'm sorry, I'm like rambling a lot. But yeah, Talking Heads is an awesome band. You should definitely check them out. And this sheep is in the way. We'd have to kill him if he doesn't move. Yep. Please leave me alone. There we go. Like, these animals just like find, they're like, up, Duncan's building again. Shouldn't have used my real name. Colonial Puppet's building again. Better be as annoying as humanly possible, or animally possible. Like, what was he even doing there? He was just kind of existing in that space for the sole purpose of pissing me off. But then again, they're just kind of like part of a game. They're not real. It's not like they have things to do. Their sole purpose is to populate this map. Getting pretty deep. When I get tired, I ramble, and sometimes the things I ramble about are either very abstract, and by abstract I mean stupid and make no sense, or somewhat deep and also stupid. I'm not a smart man, but sometimes it's fun to think you are. See, like, I have no idea. This is one of the videos that I know is pretty cringy, and I'm never gonna watch. And I'm kind of glad I'm never gonna watch it. Alright, let's see how this looks. Not too bad. Like, see, it's like nothing special, but like, sometimes less is more. I feel like something needs to be here, though. But what? Oh my god, this is like the 10th time I've yawned this episode. I don't know, like some sort of modern edition. That looks silly. Maybe if I cut this out. It's like a bench or something. See how this looks. Not too bad. What do you want? Looking at the time. Yeah, it's about time I end this episode. I'm gonna end it with this here chicken duck thing. This has been Colonial Puppet, part 3 of my Let's Build a Hotel for an Airport series, or Let's Build an Airport series, Hotel Edition, I guess. I don't know. Yep, this has been part 3. Be sure to check out part 2 and part 1, and part 4 when it comes out, as well as the other parts after that once they're out. Sorry if this was a really stupid, rambly video where nothing happened and was really boring, because I'm really tired, I'm sick, and I don't feel well, and I shouldn't be making videos, but I am anyway. This has been Colonial Puppet. Have a good day, and see you next episode.